I'm an arrogant person, I guess. That's what we do. We love to be the first. We hate to be the last.
I can't say that I jump out of bed super excited to do my research every day, but some days there is that, oh wow, I get to go out in the field today, I'm gonna go measure trees, I'm gonna go dig some soil cores out.
So this room can get pretty loud with all the pumps and this ventilation system, and so I refer to this as the Darth Vader room.
Science works like this. You have an idea, and then you do an experiment to test the idea. And then the result of the experiment says that your idea was right or it was wrong.
All science involves some math, because we're not going to say, this is bigger than that, or this is better than that, or we make qualitative statements, but mostly our conclusions are quantitative.
Will you try to understand how we feel about our life here, about each other?
Emotions are alien to me. I'm a scientist.
What do I do for fun? It's a good question. I ask myself the question a lot. I do science for fun. And besides that, not much. I am a very boring person. I love cooking because it is, the great thing about cooking is it's like a recipe. It's like working in the lab. So the experiment that we're doing today, this is what it is we're gonna combine different tastes, different flavors. And the idea is not just to combine them, but to have a hypothesis before we even start whether a certain combination is good. So I have kiwi, mango, and strawberries, and I'm gonna combine them with pepper, salt, garlic, and where's the other one? And basil. I think scientists stereotype themselves. So we all pretend to be this expert, and the public in general kind of have taken over that stereotype. So they think that we are just sitting here being experts. We're not. The essence of science is not the knowing, it's the not knowing. And the fun part of science is the not knowing. As soon as we know it, we're going like, okay, next, please. We're done. We want the unknown, because that's where science happens. When you write a paper and you send it to the journal, the reviewers will comment on it, you get it back. What usually happens is that I read through it once and then I just ignore it, because I get so angry about it that I can't read it anymore. You know, I'll type lots of pages of angry comments and I always throw it away, because the first impulse is always wrong. That's my experience. That can stand in the way of reaching a point where you find a solution to the problem. That is a process, and the process is something that you can learn. You know, the more often you get rejected, the better you get at getting over rejections. That is awful! I mean, it's great. Actually, it's not so good. It's not good.
For fun, I hang out with my family and friends, and I'm also really into outdoorsy kind of stuff. I like to ride my bike and run, and those are all very social things for me to do, so it's both a social and athletic outlet. What I like about going out on a bike ride is the endorphin high. I'm probably an endorphin junkie. It's a good thing to counteract some of this. It gets you out of your head. So rejections have thrown me off in the past, but only because, like when we've had grant proposals rejected, just dealing with the outcome that you're not going to be able to do this project now. You know, you are really excited about this project, you put all this work into this proposal, and now you're not going to get to do it. So there's that mental sort of, grieving process, I think, that you kind of have to go through until you figure out where you can turn around that same proposal and submit it elsewhere.
For fun, when I'm not in the lab, I really like exercising, so yoga and going for runs. It really helps, especially after a hard day in front of the computer. My one experience with rejection or a peer review process was when it was my first year in grad school. I applied for this program, this NSF program called Graduate Research Fellowship Program. One of the reviewers decided to criticize my background and what I had done previously, which is not helpful because I can't go back in time and change that. But it also made me question all the decisions that I had made until that point, and so it was a very hard month after that. I think that talking to other scientists who've gone through similar things, it definitely helps. Having a strong support group is so important. But then this experience has also taught me to not question myself as much.
For all of us, we have to deal with our emotions. Maybe that's called emotional maturity. But you don't want to hide them or push them away. They're part of it's a beautiful day. I love it's a beautiful day. That's an emotion that I don't want to lose. That's how we live. A scientist is just the same person as the person who's not a scientist. It doesn't make a difference.